All right, y'all. So listen, there's spiritual wickedness in high places, right? We know this. So therefore we have to know that the spiritual wickedness in high places, there are actually certain spirits that are in people, that do certain things, and they will continue to perpetuate certain things and certain policies, certain agendas. If there's an agenda, we have to know that the people at the top are gonna, whoever brings about the agendas, is coming from the top, right? So we have to understand, this is why we really got to trust God. We have to understand it doesn't matter what side, what color, what animal, whatever. Everything that is in the Bible, we have to live through those prophecies. So guess what? It don't matter. We just got to trust God. So when I say trust God, that just means trust God. But the only way to trust him, this is my opinion, the only way to trust him is to actually know his word, to even trust what he's going to do, right? So, for example, back when COVID was going on and everybody's in a frenzy because, oh my God, there's somebody sick, and if you don't get vaccinated, then all this crazy stuff. But if you know the word, you remember that the 3 Hebrew boys were told to bow with all these people around, and they did not bow. And the furnace was turned up 7 times hotter. The hair wasn't even singed on them, but one of the guards died because of the heat. Right? They trusted God. But you have to know the word to even have that faith increased in your heart. Right? So, also, the people that were slaves to Pharaoh for over 400 years, God finally answered, and he got them out. It took a while because Pharaoh was, his heart was hardened. So he wasn't listening. So anyway, I'm saying all this to say, if you know certain stories, that helps to build your faith. And when you know that he's able, even though he might not do it, at least you know he's able. We know God is a good God. He's a just God. He is a just God. So while while people are really upset about this one person is in the office and this other person isn't, and vice versa, whatever the issues are, that's a lack of trust for God, period. Listen, I get it. Sometimes we have a tendency to trust what we can see versus what we cannot see. We don't know when God's going to move. We don't know. So sometimes we feel like because we can put our hand in it, that we're actually making a difference, when God is like, y'all can believe whatever you want to do whatever you want, but I got my own thing I'm going to be doing. And you also have to understand that there are people, spiritual wickedness in high places. That wickedness is within human beings that are big people in high places. So it doesn't matter who's in office, because they're still going to be pulling the strings, telling certain people what to do. They're not going to let people get in office and ruin what they have. Just like somebody comes to your house, there's certain family members, friends, whatever. There's certain people that are allowed in certain spaces in your place, in your life. There are certain people that you allow do certain things, and there's certain people that you know cannot. Same thing. Same thing. So what I'm saying is, do you think that the people, the elite, they're going to allow somebody to do whatever they want to do? No, they still have the same agendas are being pushed. Whether it's that 2025 thing or whatever, there's all kind of evil agendas. There's no way for us to keep up with all of them. But there's only one source that we need that can help us. And we go to him. He knows everything that's going on. God, Jesus Christ. So we might not know all the agendas. We don't have to read 900 something pages of nothing. We don't have to know all the plots and plan of the enemy. We know he's here to steal, kill, and destroy. So he's going to do it in all the arenas in all kind of ways. What we have to do is just trust God and know that he gave us his whole Bible to let us know who Jesus is, and that God's got us, that he is a God of justice. Should just make one long video, but I'm saying this here. The reason I did not vote, because I trust God, number one. Number two, I know that there are people in high places that are going to pull the strings of whoever is in office. They're going to push the agendas. They're going to do whatever. There have been books of agendas that have been written for years. The enemy has been plotting and planning to kill God's people for a long time. All we need to do is go to God and tell him to expose, do whatever he needs to do. For me, I don't care who's in office. For the longest, we have been ostracized, mistreated. The police are killing us for no reason. People are calling the police and saying bogus stuff that we're not doing, but yet we're the ones that are getting murdered. So until that changes, I don't care who's in office and what they doing and what they promise. And that's that. This might be an oh and another thing night. Another thing. Check your history, people. Check your history. Look at Margaret Sanger. She had Planned Parenthood was created to exterminate us as a people. You have this woman that was running for office as president, and she's doing the same thing. She was in agreement or whatever, pushing this abortion thing. But what y'all don't understand is there is a race of people that is becoming extinct. This is judgment, okay? But then you have people pushing agendas to still get, we're like baby's kids. We don't die, we multiply. Do you understand? But see, y'all too busy looking at, oh, she's this and that. No, pay attention. So we all know all skin folk ain't kinfolk, right? But we have so much pride. Oh, we want to see a black woman. We want to see this and that. You don't think I want to see people succeed? I am a cheerleader for everybody. Anybody that knows me knows. If they know me, I'm a cheerleader. I don't care who it is. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not none of that. What we have to do is look beyond the pride. First of all, check our own hearts. Like, why do you want this so bad? What are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to prove it for? I felt like that for Obama back in the day. I don't have it anymore because I'm paying attention. This is how we all in the past have gotten in relationships. We didn't pay attention to the fruit, but we saw what we wanted so bad and we wanted it, and it ended up being something that we weren't supposed to have. What's really disturbing is the fact that because what's happening, people are getting sifted and don't even realize that they're kind of sifting themselves. Like, none of us are perfect. We're all human. However, there are people that stand in pulpits, and not everybody standing in pulpits are supposed to be there. Okay? So let me just make it clear. There's a lot of people in pulpits that should not be. Whether they call themselves, they're charlatans, witches, warlocks, women that call themselves pastors. They should not, like, in overseeing a church, a congregation. That is not biblical. So anyway, I say that to say some people standing in pulpits have a hate for Trump so bad, regardless of what he said. We should not hate so bad that they will vote for anybody as long as it's anybody but him. Right? Today's Wednesday, y'all. Wednesday. So all over America, a lot of churches have Bible study in about 30 minutes or maybe 3 hours, depending on what time zone, whatever. Right? What's unfortunate is there's going to be a lot of people standing in these pulpits that are going to be sharing their offenses and spewing their disdain because who's in office, and that's a heart issue. You can, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You can hear the hate. I don't care how nice and sweet. You can hear certain things. You can discern it. It's disturbing. So it's terrible though that somebody hates somebody so much, like anybody but this person, but then be in agreement and vote for everything that God is against. Everything. Like, remember, I didn't vote.